Hi guys, on our screen are AVR type generators. These are generators that operate with AVRs. What really makes them AVR compatible is the kind of coil they have. Before you can be an expert in generator electrical engineering, you have to master generators down to their coil structure. You master all the wires the coil come with and the connection that give rise to these wires. So this is what we're going to do in this video. We're going to learn the coil structure, coil configuration, and the connection of this type of generators, the wires we find in such coils, and the function of each wire. So we're going to get very familiar with such generator coils and master them. Let's go, guys. At the left hand side, we have the stator of field coil. It has 8 wires. You can see the wires more clearly here. Now, from the image at the right hand side, we are going to find out how these 8 wires are created, the connection that gave rise to these 8 wires, and the function of these wires. All right. Before we proceed, let's take a closer look at the coil diagram at the right hand side. On this stator, we have 4 sets of coils. One is the mains, represented by red color. The second one is auxiliary, represented by blue color. Don't mind the fact that we have mains and auxiliary into 2 places. It's the same set of coil, just divided into 2. All right. Then the third set of coil is the exciter, represented by the yellow color. And then we have the last one, DC source, represented by green. Then we can see S and E write-ups on the slots. It means the start and end terminals of the coils. The entire connection of every coil is done by these start and end terminals. Now let's see how our 8 wires are generated by interconnecting these start and end terminals. Okay guys, we have the 8 wires complete. Wires 1 and 2 are the AC 220 to 240 volts terminals. All right. In the stator, we can see the red and black wires with ring connector. These are the AC output wires. Then we have wires 3 and 4, 5 and 6. 3 and 4, 5 and 6 are connected to a plug. This plug is fed into the AVR. All right. Now 3 and 4 are known as the exciter. They always have the same color. The wires are the same color. Then 5 and 6 are for voltage regulation. They have 2 different colors. So when you look at the AVR plug to identify which is exciter and which is voltage regulation, exciter will have the same color. Then the 2 wires with the similar colors on the same plug are for voltage regulation. Then the last is 7 and 8, where 7 and 8 are the DC cables. We use them to generate DC for DC loads. Most times they are connected to a plug, while other times they are not connected to a plug, but you see them always on green wires or red and black wires. Then another way to identify them is that they have a spade plug head or spade connector head. Sorry. These spade connector heads are connected to the AC terminals of a diode. Then at the DC terminals of the diode, we have our DC voltage. So that is that for this connection. A very important one, guys. If you see a stator like this with 10 wires instead of 8, do not panic. These ones accommodate 110 volt loads, just like we see in some countries like United States of America. I'm going to teach you also how the connection is being made in order to get 10 wires instead of 8 wires. We have a community of electrical engineers where we discuss electrical related issues. You can join us for free. Then I have a book on generator electricals that treats every single thing you need to know, both theoretically and practically, about generator electricals. I treated all the possible electrical faults a generator can have, the possible causes of these problems, how to detect faults, coil rewinding, and then my personal experiences in the field, how to solve problems based on my personal experiences. So this book is going to help you solve almost all kinds of electrical problems a generator can have. So you'll find link to our community, link to this ebook right at the description section of this video. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned for amazing videos like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.